We are back, guys, for some more exotic industries, and I had to set this back up while we were gone because I managed to, even though we've been making a bunch of concrete, filled up our slag thing. I also sent the glass train back and changed this to empty so it wouldn't come back over here any longer. Did the change I told you I was going to do. So we now have one making green circuits that are coming down here, which is set to only hold 6,000. Then we have this one, which is going in over here. And as you can tell, only about half of this is even being... oh no, wait a minute. Never mind. I actually made a mistake and didn't get the semiconductors into this half. That's why we're only doing half the output. I thought I needed this in here, and then I was like, no, why on earth would I need that? I don't need something like that. Come to find out, most definitely do need something like that. Alright, so now this will run on both sides, which, we were only using up this, like 3 of them for running this entire red area here. So that means we can pretty much quadruple the amount of red circuits that are being put out for the amount of greens that we're making with this simple setup here. And what I was going to show you was in here in production. If we go to 1 hour and we scroll down here, you'll see that we're making currently 5.5K red circuits an hour, which is ticking up because I don't think it's been an hour since I got it back going again. But I just wanted to see what the per hour amount was. And if we go down here, technically I think we can just do that, right? Oh, I guess not. I thought we could just click on that and see there it is. We're only using 595 an hour. So 1/10 of what we're actually making is what we're using currently. So we don't really need to worry about upping the production of them yet. And you can see it's already ticked up to 5.7 now. I'm guessing if we went to more like 10 minutes or something, it would be a little closer to accurate. Yeah, 10 million says we made 2,000, where this says we made 5.8. So I would say if we're making 2,000 in 10 minutes, mathematically that works out way above 5,000. But we're using way more than what we need, so we don't need to worry about upping it right now. And I had talked about these central processing units. I swore we needed to make these, but when I looked in an FNEI, I didn't see them. So there is a central processing unit that I was talking about that I thought we needed to make. And then we also have these electronic parts which use the central processing unit, and it also uses batteries. So for the central processing unit, it's going to use advanced circuits, semiconductor, and gold. And the electronic parts is going to use batteries, insulated wire, and more advanced circuits. Now, I want to take a look real quick. If we put in... Yeah, the processing unit is not showing up in here. And the processing unit is not part of this. So we're going to actually have to... FNEI tends to like doing this, but since we know that it takes the red to make it, we can go back and scroll back through and see if we can find... that's back past... I still need to look at what these do. These things. I'm not guessing there's something I'm going to care about. There it is. Central processing unit. So, other than the electronic parts, it's used for nothing. Okay. So, we just need the central processing unit to make our electronic parts, and then our electronic parts is going to be used for all kinds of things. Artillery shells, our next assembler, and these are all going to be, you know, yellow and then pink apparently. So we may not even really need them. I don't even see where we have anything that is unlocked. But that's going to be something we're going to need to do eventually, is make those, because they are used for the blue circuits, the electronic parts. So before we get to those, we're going to have to set up both of these, but I'm not going to bother with that right now since we don't technically need it. Today we are going to take a look at XAR's solar flower thing here. And I need to decide where I want to put this thing, honestly. This is our circuit area. I do have this whole area down here that's not really being used, although our uranium is over here, which we're going to need to deliver over here when we start our reactor stuff. But we could send it back over this way and do the rest of... Well, I guess technically we wouldn't be sending it this way because we'd probably end up doing the processing here. And then we could set up the reactors over here because we got tons of water over there for that. We could come up here and set it up in this upper corner. We also have this whole upper area up here, but we also have our iron and our copper up there that we need to start mining at some point that I don't really want to get in the way of. So I think our best bet is probably going to be up there in that upper corner. And I ended up walking here from somewhere again because my train is missing. Where in the world did I leave my train now? I technically have two of them, because there's one over at the fuel depot sitting right there. And I don't know where the other one is. I'll have to find it at some point. Last place I remember was here. I am terrible with remembering where I leave things. Anyways, while we're here, while we're talking about solar panel stuff, I want to go ahead and upgrade my solar panel to the solar panel 2s, which means I need 2 portable solar panels per, with 4 energized solar panels. Those energized solar panels, I don't really see where it's going to be beneficial to actually build them, but I do want to look and see if they happen to take up less room or if they take up the same footprint. Because if they're exactly the same size as a solar panel 1, the only real benefit to them is going to be the fact that you get twice as much per square tile, basically. So let's grab some gold down here, which I believe we can do the plates manually in our inventory. So let's make one of those, and I'll go ahead and just make a regular one so we can sit them both down and see exactly what the size difference looks like. And then I will work on making my upgraded ones. I also want to research the energy shield. I'm not worried about the night vision, and I'm probably gonna get the personal laser defense. It's nice to have, and I'm not really worried about the discharge defense. We might do that at some point, but those two I'm really not fussed about currently. Alright, so there's our energized, which, yeah, that's just a normal size solar panel. Only difference is the area it's going to take up. So we could upgrade to those at some point. The only real difference in the recipe is the gold and the energy crystals. So it's not really going to be anything difficult. And we should be able to literally just upgrade this tile that we have here. Now, since this has its own integrated RoboPort, I want to put it somewhere in the line with our regular RoboPorts. So if we put that there, they'll come and clear everything out. And then the way this works is if you rotate it 1, you can lay it right over top of the edge of the existing one, which will then put your RoboPort in the opposite corner over there. So then we do that. Then we rotate again. You have a RoboPort in the center here. And then we put this one would go here. Although we have that train line in the way that we'll have to move because it's not actually being used there. But I don't want this many out, so I'm not actually going to build this one. And then you put the last one over here. And basically the RoboPorts are within working area that they need to build. So as long as you put this down within the area of a RoboPort, this RoboPort will be able to build everything inside of it, including the next RoboPort that it needs to have, and then similarly the next one and the next one. And you can just tile this indefinitely. And it just makes this checkerboard. So logistics is only on an X, but you don't need logistics inside of this area because it's solar panels. You're not going to be walking through there. Now, what I do want to see is if I hit upgrade, say on that, aha, it does. Okay. So we can upgrade these if we choose to. We can just hit the upgrade thing. Now, the one thing we do not have for this build is the substations, which are right here. So we have everything we need over here already for that. Hello, why are you here? You're trying to go to here? Why do you not think you can go there? Do you need one of these? No, you don't need one of those there. Yeah, that should be cutting that out fine. But that should be reading that it can go to this one. Why is that one red? Yeah, it has the... Okay. So... that into there. I don't know why it says it can't go this way. What is this one reading? It says it cannot go there. Like, this shouldn't need to be down here because it has those two that are open. Oh, wait a minute. I don't have one there. That's weird that that was actually what was blocking it. Huh. This one is still red, though, which is... Oh, because I don't have one on these, even though I have one here. I need to have one there. Okay. I have momentary lapse of understanding these things at times. Okay, so we need insulated wire, which means we need plastic. We do have insulated wire being made already, which is right here. So we could technically run this up to wherever we were going to do this. We also need green circuits, which we happen to have right there. What else do we need here? We need concrete and steel beams. And we have steel beams right there. So we could easily slot this in here. We have everything but we need except for the concrete. And we have the concrete coming in here, which is going up to there. So actually, since we have the concrete and the steel beam up there, why not just put this here? Granted, we're going to have to do a little... yeah. We're going to have to do something about getting the green circuit. But if I do this, we can do that. And then I can just do this with a bit of that. We can use a red one of these. That'll get our concrete. We can do a red one of these, which will get our steel. We can go ahead and copy this, which needs to go like this, but that, wait a minute, that's not the right one. Hold on, wrong. I need this one. We need to copy this one, which we'll put here. Actually, you know what? Let's change that just a bit. Put it on this side so it's not stuck so far out in the middle of nowhere. And then we just need to bring this up. And where do we want to put this? I'm thinking we do this and we bring it in down here and like that. Now that is as fast as that machine can go, so we probably should go ahead and just copy hello, copy this to there, take out that part, let it do it. Oh, we have the issue of that being in the wrong spot. There we go. So that'll give us twice as many of them. We're not going to need a ton of these. And they can build over time here. So there we go. And this is set to keep us 10. We'll go ahead and set this for like 50 because they are kind of nice to keep around for some of the projects that I'll be doing where it might be beneficial to use them for a large area, especially like with reactors, because of how big of an area that they will keep electricity in versus, you know, these. They do so much more area, but they have the distance basically of the big ones, the reach of the big ones. So supply area is 18 by 18, wire reach is 18, so it's like half of this one, a little over, but it's, you know, way larger than any of them, so kind of nice in that way. We'll be using them up here. Obviously they've already started slotting them in up here. The only thing I need to do yet up there in the solar farm is we need to give it a connection to the main, which I will just run this one up. And we'll just connect it there. And now that is connected to our network and it's filling up nicely. We already have a whopping 16, now 42 solar panels running. And so that will help with our solar production, or our power production there. And this is getting in my way, so let's get rid of it. And I did like 500 solar panels down there, so there's plenty to get brought up here. I don't know why it's only at 42 at the moment, since they have 500 of them down there. So now I'm going to go ahead and start building these. So I'm going to have to go and grab a bunch of energy crystals and what was the other thing I needed? Oh, I got the gold. I just need to grab a bunch of energy crystals, and then I can start making those. Let's take a look at that. Energy shield is very simple. I'm going to go ahead and get both of these made. Let me order in. We'll just order in like 10 of these, and we don't care about that. They can bring me the 10 lasers that I need. There's no reason to auto-craft any of this. I will do this all manually. There's all the solar panels. Alright, now I need to take all of these out of my inventory, and we're going to upgrade all 8 of those into these. So I need to start making these, but I'm going to need to send myself the regular solar panels as well. Otherwise I need the raw materials to make them. And if I'm making 8 of these, let's see, that means that I'm going to need 16 of these. So I'm going to need 8 more of these. Those each take 1 solar panel apiece. So I'm going to need 8 more solar panels there. And then I need 4 of the energized per. So that's 16 times 4. That's 64. Plus the 8. That's 72. So we'll go ahead and just order myself up 72 of these. And then when I get the, yeah, that didn't work the way I wanted it. There we go. Now, that'll get both of the things set up here, and I can get all of that made and slotted into my suit. I should have plenty of room. I'm assuming that the solar panel 2 is going to take up the same room. Let's see, dimension is 1 by 1 for that. The dimension for this is 1 by 1. Okay. And apparently these can be used in the Spidertron and the Spiderling, which we kind of need to look at what that Spiderling thing is. And it looks like there's an even more advanced power armor. There's a purple and pink and gray one down there. Alright, so what are these? Automatic item retriever. These are part of the nanobots mod. Configures personal roboports to automatically mark items on the ground for pickup. Must be in a network with available robots. Items do not get marked if enemies are around. Automatic unit launcher. Configures personal roboports to automatically start launching combat units from inventory when enemies are inside range. Requires a personal roboport to work. Now that one sounds interesting because typically if you're using like the distractor, the destroyer, any of those type of bots, you have to release them yourself before you go. And then if you're in mid-combat and they die, they don't get replenished. So that actually sounds quite useful. Automatic tree cutter. Automatically marks trees in range for deconstruction. Items do not get marked if enemies are around. I wouldn't want that because I don't want to cut down every tree that exists. I'd have to turn that off a lot. Health feeder, emergency feeder automatically heals you if you're low. And a logistic interface allows nanobots to work inside logistic cells. Only one chip is needed. Well, since I'm not using nanobots, I'm guessing that's not going to work for me. I will have to look at the automatic unit launcher once we get like the defenders here, see if they actually work, or if there's another kind of nanobot we're supposed to be getting. But we also have the distractor and the destroyers coming up, so I'm guessing we probably don't. We do need to take a slow look at these spiderlings. Small, slow-moving vehicle capable of traversing rough terrain, equipped with a rocket launcher, controlled by manual or automatic targeting, can be driven manually or using the Spidertron remote. So this is just an earlier game Spidertron that is maybe smaller. Let's go ahead and start researching that and the different bots here, and maybe we'll have an episode checking those out. And then there's Spidertron automation. I guess we'll do that along with it so we can check all of those out together. And then I think we're pretty much going to be ready to start on the computer age. I'm guessing we're going to need this, so I might as well throw it in there and get it done. This one I'm not worried about because it's just turning lubricant back to heavy oil and coal. We definitely do not need that. Storage tank column is just a different kind of storage tank. Silo storage tank looks like it's another one. This one is 75k. This one is 200k. So we might take a look at those as well. Yeah, we got enough room up here. Let's go ahead and slot both of those in. See what makes them any different than the tanks we currently have. All these texture plates are just going to sit here. I really don't care. I may end up using some, but they're going to be like the stone ones or something. I'm not using gold or concrete or anything like that. I may end up, just writing out the different areas that I have, so when I have a brain fart and can't remember anything, I can just look at the map and I don't have to set up the whole tag thing that sometimes annoys me because it gets in my way. So let's see, we have everything but the steel beams, which is going to be easier to grab the beams from over here. So we can go ahead and make a personal laser defense and a energy shield. I'm probably going to do 2 of those. I typically do. And we have our solar panels. So we just need a whole lot of steel. And then we can start making all of our personal solar panels. For making these, we're just missing the gold. So I'll have to go down and grab some more gold. But there are my 2 energy shields, and then over here we can throw this, which actually, let's go ahead and throw it there. Then I got room for 2 more batteries right there if I want, which I probably will do. Or I can take, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I could take the 6 solar panels that will go into this area, move them down around here, and then put another set of legs in there, which is probably what I'll end up doing. That way I can just move a bit better. I'll have to see how the batteries actually do, and then we'll just fill up the rest of this with batteries after we get done with that. Alright, so we didn't get a whole lot accomplished today, but we got a lot of little things out of the way, and we got some more things to take a look at coming up here. I think we'll probably start on the nuclear stuff next. Hey, there's my train. I told you I left it up here. I probably need to get that out of the way. So let's go ahead and just take it down to here. That'll get it out of its way. And we do have an open one over here that it can go to. And then we'll just set it to manual, and I'll leave it right there for now. So, grab a couple stacks of gold. I can get 3 more of these made. And looks like I need a couple more stacks of gold. What do we need? I need 4 of them. That's only going to make 2. I need to get more energy crystals. Alright, so I'll get all this stuff crafted up, and I will see you guys in the next one. Possibly taking a look at uranium refining, unless something else comes up that I need to take a look at. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.